Hey, baseball players, welcome to the Regan Hitting Channel. We're going to look at Yordan Alvarez. This is a walk-off home run against the Seattle Mariners this year. And this is to all the people who say there's only one way to swing, or that you have to hit off the back leg. Just look up his stats. He's got some of the best stats, average-wise and power-wise, in the league. And he hits completely differently than somebody like Teacher Man, for example, says you have to hit. So his stance looks no different than anybody else's. Starting back a bit here, lifting up his front foot, nothing unusual yet. One thing to notice that every great hitter has is the angle of his bat. He happens to start it in this position, but you'll find some start it upright and then tilt it, where the knob goes to the catcher and the barrel goes to the first baseman. Sometimes it can even go to the pitcher. But the bottom line is that hinge allows a bigger amount of torque once the wrists go. But here he is, still going backwards. Now, this is totally different from what everybody says happens in the swing. Watch his entire body move forward and pretty much nothing else move. No head movement, no arm movement, no bat movement. Forward, 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 forward. He's about to plant his foot, but point number one is this doesn't happen apparently, according to many so-called experts. But we're going to watch as his front foot plants. We're going to basically watch his back elbow as that happens. About the plant. I think the elbow just moved there, but remember, nothing had moved to this point. Elbow really hasn't moved yet. Boom, there's this first movement. Now this is interesting. The next frame is, I believe, is when his foot plants, and the elbow really doesn't move. But I think that has to do with, his weight shift is being forced to stop by the plant. So there it is, but now watch his elbow. A little bit more as he gets fully weight shifted onto the front foot, and boom. Let's just watch that. I'm going frame by frame. Boom. Look at that movement of the elbow. Okay, so Teacher Man says that you got to flick the wrists. Personally, I think if that feels comfortable for you, by all means do it. It feels more comfortable to me to actually do this elbow thing right there. But look how late it comes in the swing. Boom. Hasn't planted his foot yet. Planted, almost essentially fully planted, and then boom. All right. Boom happens on full plant, I suppose. Next thing that, oh, and by the way, look at his bat. Look at the bat. It looks curved. So this is the real torque in the swing is happening right here. But the next thing we're going to watch is that his back foot's going to come off the ground. So basically, you could argue right there, there's really no weight. From right about there, there's really no weight on his back foot, but it gets less and less until fully off. Absolutely fully off. He has not made contact yet. I believe that's where contact happens, but he's already fully off here. All right, so according to Teacher Man, you hit off the back leg. It's only a one-legged swing. You only do on the back leg, but what is this? We haven't even looked at Hank Aaron, who is fully front leg. But there it is. All right, so next thing we're going to look at. So watch the bat position. Elbow starts to go. There's that curved bat. And it just rides along his shoulders for as long as possible and then goes. But how does he get that? Well, if the bat's not moving, it must mean that other things are not moving. So watch the position of his front arm and even that back elbow as it goes. what I want you to see is that his arms are moving with his upper body. There's a slight leading of the arms right around here, but to this point, the hips fire, the upper body fires, the back leg fires, and the arms just go with it. If you're doing T-work or any other sort of practices, whether you think the arms go out first, out here or not, you really need to practice holding your arms back and letting your body do the work, not your arms. So we got elbow, where do we say elbow went? Right there. Elbow's right there. All right. So that's the first sign that he's moving his arms, really. But now his body is going just as fast, and there's a second one where his arms go. And then they're together again. And together again. And boom, his arms go again. Point is, if you're swinging with the arms, you're doing it wrong. To get full power, have your bat point towards the pitcher or the first baseman with the knob at the catcher. Fire the elbow, boom, but you have to open up your hips. The hips go, which allows the upper body to go. The arms just stay connected. When people say stay connected, that's what they mean. But let's look at one last thing. Look at the bend of his back elbow. Bent, 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 bent. Still, I believe he's already made contact here. He certainly made it there. This is the first time from here to here that the elbow starts to straighten out, and that's only because his upper body can't possibly twist anymore. Look at his front foot. He's flat here, and now he's off to the side. His body can't go that way anymore. He's going to fall over. And that's the only reason why his arm bends. It's totally after he's made impact, and his arm has no choice but to straighten out because he can't stop himself. Right? In fact, that's why guys let go of the bat, because they can't stop themselves. There's where his bat ends. So he's got an enormous rotational torque. Boom. Okay, but look at his back foot go up and then come down. So, where's the weight? Well, his weight's on his back foot, front foot. And it's dead center right now, but his bat is all the way back. And now his front foot is taking the weight. Has almost all the weight. Has all the weight. Still hasn't hit the ball. Hits the ball right there with foot totally off. All right. So what did we learn? We learned the bat tilt. We learned that you can actually fully move totally forward. You don't have to snap here. What's the timing mechanism? The timing mechanism is always front foot lands and it fires the swing. When you want to swing, get your foot down. You could start with your foot down, heel up right here. You can start there. And you ready to swing? Boom. But here's the real boom right there. So bat position, elbow charging, hips opening up. And what's different about him is he's got full weight shift to the front. And we're not, by the way, the hands are here. We're not extending our hands way out in front. That's the most extension you want. Here's where he gets extension after these swings basically over. All right, so all those who say you only swing with your back leg, this guy right here could have started right here. Where's his weight? Dead center. There's his elbow going, and almost all his weight's on his front foot. And boom, all his weight is front foot. So if you've heard there's only one way to swing, I got news for you. There's at least 4 with a bunch of variations of those 4. Thanks for stopping by.